Morning, friends. Here are the assignment instructions for this week's assignment due May 14th. And we are kind of coming down to the wire here of assignments and ending the school year. So we'll have an assignment this week and we will have an assignment next week. And we will have a meet the 7th today, the 14th, and the 21st, and then after that, no more meets. So I think probably the last assignment I will have due will be the 21st. And then as far as I go, you can just go on and enjoy your summer. So today's assignment is going to be a meter review. We've been talking a lot about a meter, and meter is the way that beats are grouped, and they are grouped by patterns of strong and weak beats. And the meters that we talked about are the meter of 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, strong, weak, strong, weak. We talked about the meter of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a walking meter. And it has strong, weak, weak, weak. And the meter of 2 is a marching meter because we have 2 feet and we have 2 beats, and it goes strong, weak, strong, strong, weak, right? And then we also talked about the meter of 3, which is a little bit different than the meter of 2 and 4. It has an uneven sound to it. So for the meter of 3, we can sway or we can waltz. Remember, waltz is that dance that goes in a box. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can put a turn in there every once in a while. And the meter of 3 has a pattern of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Strong, weak, weak, strong, weak. So I just have some activities in our lesson today just to make sure that you really understand the meters and the differences between those. So let me present my screen so I can take you through the assignment. So first thing in the assignment is Bubbles, Frank, and the bucket. So this is just a little demonstration of the meter of 2 and what it looks like. So if you want to play that, you can push the video and then it will play for you. You push here for full screen. Okay? And that's only this really short video, just a review of what the meter of 2 looks like. And then we have Conducting Stars and Stripes Forever. And I don't know if we talked about Stars and Stripes Forever, but it is an example of a march. And a march is a piece of music that marching bands would usually perform. And you can see there's a marching band there, and usually at patriotic celebrations. So like 4th of July, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, you might hear a lot of marches. And Stars and Stripes Forever is one of the more famous march pieces written, and is by a composer named John Philip Sousa. So what I want you to do for this one is you can march, or you can march while playing an instrument. So examples of band instruments could be the sousaphone here, this guy's playing, flute, piccolo, trumpets, trombones. Those are commonly seen in marching bands. Or you can be the drum major, that's this guy up here, and use your baton to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because he leads the marching band and keeps them in that meter. So if you listen, then I want you to act out one of those things. Okay, and have fun moving and marching to that piece. Here's Stinky Pirates. You might remember Stinky Pirates is a piece in 2. So the pirates go 1, 2, heave ho. 1, 2, heave ho. So this will help get that meter of 2 in your body. There was a dance with it. So if you remember the dance, you can do that while singing it, or you can make up your own dance too. So push here for play.
We are Stinky Pirates.
Okay, so have fun singing along with that one. Then we have Walking Home, and Walking Home was in the meter of 4, and often the meter of 4 is called like a walking meter. Could also be known as common time because it's the most common meter. It's the most common grouping. So really any song that you would listen to on the radio is probably going to be in a meter of 4. But you can listen to those and see if you can figure out what meter they're in. So you can listen to this song And each one that goes, I want you to walk like you are going through that kind of day. So in the windy day, you might walk like this. In a rainy day, you might hold your umbrella. Freezing day, you might hold yourself and keep yourself warm. So you push here for play. And have fun moving to those different kinds of weather in that song. Here is a quiz to see how well you know your meters of 2 and 4. So you listen. Listen for the patterns of strong and weak, and then guess. And once you guess, you can then click here to reveal if you're right. And it'll show the strong and weak beat pattern. Okay, so that is the meter of 2 because meter of 2 has a strong, weak pattern. Okay, so then once you go in through and guess all of those, this is the fun one. We get to create our own body percussion dance. So we have marching, we have touching cheeks, patting head, clapping, we have patting knees, we have clapping again, we have snapping, and we have touching shoulders, okay? So you can create your own dance to the tracks. 1, 2, 1, 2, pat, tap, pat, tap, pat, tap, 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 or you could pat, snap, and then you could repeat the pattern over and over by dragging these. So just kind of making up your own patterns. So here's our pattern here. Pat, tap, pat, snap, pat, tap, pat, snap, and you can play both of those tracks. So this one's kind of more basic, and this one has a little bit more music to it. Okay, next one is body percussion in a meter of 4. So then you would want a strong beat. So I would say a march is pretty strong, and then 3 weak beats, right? So I'll put a march there. I'd say clap is a pretty strong beat, and then we could do tap for 3 beats, right? Remember, we have strong, weak, and we can play march, snap, 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 clap, tap, tap, tap. And then we can play the more musical one. March, snap, 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 clap, tap, tap, tap. Okay, so have fun making up your own body percussion dances in the meters of 2 and 4. And then we're talking about waltz meter, which is our meter of 3. So this part, I want you to pretend to be an ice skater. Okay, so skate, and skate, and skate. And you could twirl, you can put a little twirl in there, and maybe even a little jump, and jump, and jump, but you really want to look like you're ice skating. So you push here to play that, and then do your ice skating to the meter of 3. Okay, next we have, remember we called the meter of 3 a waltz, and a waltz is a type of dance that is in a meter of 3. So a lot of times we call the meter of 3 waltz time. And here's a picture of people all waltzing in a grand ballroom. So you can pretend to waltz during this music. And remember, you go up 2, 3, side 2, 3, back 2, 3, side 2, 3. So you just try to make a box on the floor. Front 2, 3, side 2, 3, back 2, 3, side 2, 3, front and side and back and side and front and side and back and spin. You can put a little spin in there too if you want to get fancy. Okay, so the next thing is I Have a Dog with a Tail. This is a really fun song in the meter of 3. And you'll see that each animal does something. And also in the background, as each animal comes up, there's something going on. So you have to watch for that background stuff. So you can do dog movements. 1, 2, 3, or you can wag your tail. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So for each animal, I want you to come up with movements in a pattern of 3 that go with that animal as you sing the song. Okay, this is More We Get Together, and here you probably have heard this song before. You can sway or you can make up a body percussion. Strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak. Remember, you can march too. March, 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 pat, pat, march, pat, pat. So you can have fun making up some body percussion patterns to the meter of 3 while you sing that song. And this is train the brain. So this is like a quiz, and you have to drag the picks to make the brain grow as he asks the questions. So to ask the question, which play?
This dance is in a meter of 3.
This dance is in a meter of 3. Well, do we remember the dance? This kind of looks like people in a ballroom doing a waltz, right? So you'd click, drag, and see how your brain gets bigger as you go. Okay, so you can do all the rest of those and watch the brain grow as you answer the questions. This is guess the meter again. So we listen for the pattern of strong and weak beats. So remember, strong, weak is the meter of 2. Strong, weak, 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 strong, weak, weak, weak is the meter of 4. And strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, weak is the meter of 2. I think this is probably the meter of 4. I was right, okay? So you can play those and then guess and then reveal what the meter is, just to see if you can hear and recognize all those different meters of 2, 3, and 4. And here is our assessment. Here's our test. So we hit start. What organizes beats into measures? A, dynamics, B, instruments, C, meter. Let me answer your question and go up to the blue arrow. What does a 3/4 sign mean? We didn't really talk about this, but that's what you put at the beginning of the music to tell you what meter it is. And we really only pay attention to that first number. So 3 would mean what? A, 3 beats per measure. B, sing louder on beat 3. C, the song has 3 keys. Hopefully we know what that meter of 3 means by now. Which meter is a marching meter? 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. That's what our marching sounds like. So is it 2, 3, or is it 4? Strong beats fall on which beat? And this goes back to our conductor. If you remember, our conductor, when they conduct, we have something called the downbeat. Okay, and the downbeat is very strong, and it usually lands on the first beat. So is it 1, is it 2, or is it 3? Strong beats fall on which beat? What is the meter of this piece? So listen carefully for the pattern of strong and weak. That feels like something I could sway to or something I could waltz to. And then here you'll click submit, and that is your assignment for the week. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. Oops, stop recording.